Brooklyn Beckham, the eldest son of a famous celebrity couple, has been navigating a complex family dynamic that has captured public attention due to its emotional intricacies and the high-profile nature of those involved. Recently, he has taken quiet but meaningful steps to mend ties with his grandparents, fostering regular communication with them despite the persistent estrangement from his parents. This development highlights the nuanced ways in which family relationships can evolve, even amid conflict, as Brooklyn seeks to maintain connections with his extended family while living a life far removed from his childhood home. At 26 years old, Brooklyn now resides in the United States alongside his wife, Nicola Peltz, building a life that reflects their shared ambitions and independence. Over the past 6 months, sources close to the situation have noted that Brooklyn has actively re-engaged with both sets of his grandparents. On his mother's side, he has been in touch with Tony and Jackie Adams, exchanging phone calls and messages that rebuild the warmth of familial bonds. Similarly, he has connected with his paternal grandparents, Ted and Sandra Beckham, ensuring that these relationships are nurtured separately from the tensions with his parents. This reconnection is not flashy or publicized. Instead, it's a private effort to preserve the love and support that grandparents often provide unconditionally. The backdrop to this reconciliation is a more strained situation with his parents, David and Victoria Beckham, icons in sports and fashion respectively. Last summer, Brooklyn took the significant step of sending a legal notice to them, formally requesting that all direct contact cease and that any necessary communication be routed through legal representatives. This notice also included a stipulation against tagging him in social media posts, a common way for families to share moments publicly in today's digital age. Since that time, reports indicate that interactions between Brooklyn and his parents have come to a complete halt, creating a void that has undoubtedly been challenging for all parties involved. Those familiar with Brooklyn's perspective describe his deep affection for his grandparents, recognizing the pain that the broader family rift has inflicted on them. He adores them and understands their position as elders caught in the crossfire of generational disputes. His approach has been deliberate and understated, reaching out on his own terms without drawing unnecessary attention. This low-key strategy aims to shield his grandparents from further involvement in the conflict, allowing them to enjoy their relationship with him free from external pressures. It's a mature handling of a delicate situation, reflecting Brooklyn's growth as he balances loyalty, independence, and empathy. Throughout this emotionally taxing period, Nicola Peltz has emerged as a pillar of support for Brooklyn. Her presence has been described as steady and reassuring, helping him navigate the complexities of family estrangement while focusing on their life together. As a couple, they have faced public scrutiny, but their bond appears to strengthen amid adversity, providing a stable foundation from which Brooklyn can address his family ties. The tensions within the Beckham family have not arisen overnight. They have been building for several years, simmering beneath the surface before erupting into more visible discord. A notable escalation occurred last year when Brooklyn and Nicola chose not to attend David Beckham's milestone 50th birthday celebration. This absence was particularly poignant given the family's history of public unity. Reports suggest that the couple had requested a private meeting beforehand to address underlying issues, but this claim has been contested by those aligned with David and Victoria, who maintain a different narrative of events. Such discrepancies illustrate how misunderstandings can deepen rifts, turning what might have been resolvable into prolonged separation. Friends of Brooklyn have pointed to specific incidents that they believe exacerbated the situation. One such factor is the romantic involvement of Brooklyn's younger brother Romeo with Kim Turnbull, who is rumored to have previously dated Brooklyn. This connection has been cited as a source of awkwardness and jealousy within the family dynamic. However, representatives from the Beckham side have firmly denied these rumors, insisting that they hold no truth. Instead, some accounts place the blame for the ongoing difficulties on Nicola, portraying her as a divisive influence. Supporters of Nicola in turn vigorously dispute this characterization, arguing that it's an unfair scapegoating that overlooks deeper issues. In recent months, there have been attempts from David and Victoria to bridge the gap, with messages sent expressing a desire for private reconciliation. These overtures, however, have reportedly gone unanswered by Brooklyn, suggesting that healing will require more time and perhaps mutual understanding. The situation remains fluid, with potential for resolution, but for now, the focus is on the positive steps Brooklyn has taken with his grandparents. Delving deeper into this family saga, it's essential to consider the broader context of growing up in the spotlight. Brooklyn, as the firstborn of David and Victoria Beckham, has lived under intense media scrutiny since birth. His parents' fame, David as a legendary footballer and Victoria as a Spice Girl turned designer, set a high bar for public expectations. Brooklyn's own pursuits, from photography to cooking and now entrepreneurship with his wife, represent his quest for individual identity separate from his lineage. This journey toward autonomy can sometimes strain parental relationships, especially when differing visions for the future collide. The legal notice sent last summer marks a formal boundary setting, a tool often used in high-net-worth families to manage communications amid disputes. By insisting on lawyer-mediated interactions, Brooklyn is asserting control over his personal space, a move that, while drastic, underscores his commitment to mental and emotional well-being. The no-tagging request on social media further emphasizes this, as platforms like Instagram can amplify family moments but also expose vulnerabilities. Brooklyn's reconciliation with his grandparents exemplifies the selective mending possible in fractured families. Grandparents often serve as neutral figures, offering wisdom and unconditional love without the baggage of parental authority. Tony and Jackie Adams from Victoria's side and Ted and Sandra Beckham from David's represent roots that Brooklyn values deeply. Regular calls and messages rebuild trust gradually, perhaps sharing stories from the past or updates on daily life, fostering a sense of continuity. Nicola's role cannot be understated. As Brooklyn's partner, she provides emotional anchorage, helping him process the pain of estrangement. Their life in the U.S. offers distance, both geographical and metaphorical, allowing space for reflection. Publicly, the couple presents a united front, engaging in joint ventures that highlight their partnership.